Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So yesterday I saw a few comments on one of my videos with regards to my delivery. I think more specifically it was saying that the way I'm speaking is a bit too fast, as well as I ramble a lot, right? So sometimes it get a little bit repetitive and it's hard to understand me from time to time. So I appreciate all the constructive feedback. I'll try my best to improve my delivery. I'll slow down the way I talk. Not to find an excuse for myself, but the reason why the way I talk is really fast, number one, is because it's natural. Like, I usually talk really fast in real life, and at the same time, I don't really like my videos to be too long, number one. And number two, because my videos are usually very information packed, so if I speak really slowly, my video is gonna be like longer than the usual 15-minute range, which I don't know whether or not you guys can accept it. But let me know down in the comment section below, right, if I'm speaking too fast, if there's anything I can improve on the delivery. If it's constructive feedback, I'll definitely take into consideration and then improve my videos from there. Okay, so that's some clarification. And for today's video, right, I'm going to showcase my 2 days progression for Song of Strife, as well as share my strongest progression team, as well as the top process for team building as I push through my content itself. So this is the second day of Song of Strife as I was recording this video. So season time 10th May. I'm recording it on 11 May towards the end of the day. So this is my current seasonal ranking, or the levels: 101, AFK stage at 231, and legend trial at 19. So I screwed up because I totally forgot to do the 20th floor for the human tower yesterday, so that's why I'm stuck at 19th floor. But it's fine because tomorrow all the legends trial tower will open, so I'll be able to clear more floors from there. So that's for the legends trial ranking. Overall, I think I'm pretty contented with my pacing because my units ain't exactly the strongest, and I'm probably one of the faster pusher within my district, and it's kind of hard to actually copy the records of other people. There's actually quite a few, but I'll showcase the team, so I don't think I can copy this. Maybe I can copy a little bit of this, right? But I don't have Scalita, so I will actually do a Scalita pool video, later on, because Scalita is a really powerful late game content pusher, and it's just a really versatile all-around unit, which I think is definitely a worthy investment if you want to play the long game. So for me, I'm going for the long game, and I am going to I'm gonna do the, I think, at least 240 pulls to get Scalita to Supreme Plus minimally in the next video today. So stay tuned for that. I'll also explain why I want to go for Scalita, other than her just being a really good late game unit. And yeah, that's pretty much it, all the introduction as to my progression. So now let's go into the Hippophian, which is the final battle before the last enclave. So now we are eroded enclave 3, so after we clear this, we'll go into eroded enclave 4, and I'll continue pushing from there. So with this page, right, I'm going to showcase my team and then showcase the battle so that you guys can see how the team functions, you know, the damage output, as well as what are the things that you guys might want to take note of if you do decide to go for this team itself. So I wouldn't say that there's a particularly fixed formation, but usually I'll say this will be the core for my team: Arden, Iron, as well as Damien. So from time to time, I will use Carolina if I need the double mage comp. In fact, most of the time I will. So I can safely say these 4 units are pretty consistent. Sometime if I need more survival, I will use Torrent, right, to either protect one of my carries, or I will use Rainer, right, to swap out of the enemy over, and then swap Iron in to draw attention, as well as sort of be the tank on the front line, right, because I don't have any tank. And then the most important part is actually the artifact of choice. So artifact of choice for this team, I think most people will actually recommend you to use Crescent Spell. So Crescent Spell is this artifact which charges this energy ball, right, Udama Rasengan, on top of the Merlin character that you're running, and then throws at the enemy, right, dealing damage and then reducing their magical defense. So I'll go into the artifact side to talk more about the artifacts. So For the team setup just now, it's pretty consistent. It's basically the Iron triple core team most of the time. Sometimes I'll just run Arden and Iron depending on the situation. If I need more survival, I will toss in Torrent and Rainer together. Sometimes I'll toss in Hellwind, so the comp actually changes from time to time. But for the artifacts, right, that's the interesting part. So in my content pushing, I actually use 3 different artifacts. Okay, I'll explain the use of each artifact in each situation. So Crescent Spell is the artifact which I think most mage team will use in terms of just raw firepower, because it deals a lot of damage and it charges up the energy ball based on your team's magical attack dealt or magical damage dealt. So Iron teams being magical base is going to charge up the ball really fast, and then you're going to have this AoE skill that blasts at the enemy while reducing their magical defense, right, while having massive damage. Because if you combine that with the fact of Iron's magical defense, grouping all the enemies together, as well as Carolina's magical defense reduction, this Crescent Spell actually deals quite a lot of damage. Okay, but from time to time, because the content can get really difficult, I will actually use the Stormcaller as well as the Quick Blade. More specifically, I'll use Quick Blade in some situations more for the stats, because as you guys can see, Quick Blade offers quite a bit of stats, both defensively and offensively. And more importantly, this artifact itself provides a stun, which increases the control on the enemy, which fits really well into the Iron team's control mechanics. So that's for the Quick Blade spell. And if there's a I'll say, like, if there's some monsters where there's a lot of damage reduction, like magical damage reduction or physical damage reduction, then Stormcaller is actually pretty good, because Stormcaller deals a mix of both magical damage as well as physical damage, and also another blast of damage, which basically will break through some of this damage reduction depending on the enemy. So Stormcaller will be the more niche pick. Usually it's Crescent Spell for max damage, but if I need more control, I'll be using Quick Blade Spell, and this is actually a pretty decent artifact. I will speak more about it in another video, because I use all these different artifacts in my Supreme Arena. I tried different teams, different combos, and I have some interesting discoveries with regards to all the different artifacts, at least these 4 that I'm using right now. So I haven't unlocked the other 4 yet, so I will do a more comprehensive artifact guide once I'm done with everything, once I get everything and I know, which artifact fits best with what team. But for now, if you're running a mage team, if you're running an Iron team, or you're running a team which can do a lot of magical damage altogether, right, aka Elsa or any other mage character, you can run this Crescent Spell. It's a really good artifact on those mage teams. So without further ado, right, I'm gonna go into battle and show you guys how this artifact as well as my team run. So pardon me on the previous team, because I was trying to do the store combo. Okay, we're gonna swap out Rowan, because Rowan can be kind of annoying, so I kind of want to swap out Rowan. Let's see. Okay, so I will do this. Okay, so I will be using Crescent Spell. Hopefully I can survive. If I cannot survive, then maybe I'll use the Quick Blade. So for this combo, usually I'll swap in Iron all the way to the back line, so he will function as a semi-tank, and then the unit over here will provide a heal for Iron. And as you guys can see, the energy ball just evaporate the enemy team. So we'll look at the replay later, because everything happened too fast. So that's the power of the Iron team in terms of delivering damage, and it really synergizes super well with the Crescent Spell, because Crescent Spell offers additional magic damage while providing magical defense down. So it's an AoE skill which dumps at an area, and just so very nicely Iron groups everyone together. Oh wow, amazing. I got a level 130 weapon for Mage Mate. Yeah, that fits my team right now. Amazing stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at the damage as well as the replay. So I'm going to share it with my guild first. Okay, so we go through the replay once again. I don't think I need to talk about the skill set as well as the combos of the unit. I think you guys probably figured it by now. But as you guys can see, right, number one, my Damien has a seasonal skill which offers a little bit of shield, and that's the energy ball, the Udama Rasengan that Merlin threw out. So that skill synergizes super well with specifically Iron as well, because the AoE is just big enough where Iron pulls everyone together, your energy ball is gonna land on the area specifically. So it's pretty insane. So this energy ball is one of the, I'll say, like a best combo for mage teams. And other than the energy ball artifact, right, the other artifact which I want to showcase is actually the quick blade. So I will use the exact same team and I will use the quick blade spell. So for this time around, right, this is where Sylvina is a very annoying unit, because this unit is gonna snipe off like one of your unit in most cases, but you guys will see later on what quick blade spell can do for me. So I'll start the battle here. Okay, so Iron uses the ultimate as usual, right? Sylvina comes to our dear Iron, and then pew, the sword drops on Sylvina and stuns her for a little bit, buying enough time for my Damien card to come online. So I usually use this if I need that additional stun to keep myself alive for longer. And on top of the stun itself, right, when you combine that with Arden's skill set, when you combine that with Carolina's freeze, you get a bunch of control that just holds your enemy in place and allow you to do damage while disabling your enemy. So quick blade is an amazing combo. I've been using it to push AFK stages by a lot, right? If you guys can see my record, if you guys are playing on PTR, you guys will be able to see my runs for the AFK stages. So this is one of the combos I use if I need to survive, because personally I don't have Scalita, so I cannot copy a lot of the, I'll say, like Scalita comms out there. So this stage I might have to restart if let's say the Damien comes back, but I think I should be able to kill the Torrent and win from there. So as you guys can see, this is the power of quick blade. Okay, so if you take a look at the report itself, this is the damage output. So Arden, being Arden, is probably one of the best late game character in the game in terms of content pushing. And then we have the quick blade, which stalls out like the enemy's playtime, as well as charge up Arden's third skill as well, because it's a CC, right? So that's all the synergy as well as the artifact that I run for content pushing. Hopefully this build is helpful for you guys in terms of pushing your very own AFK challenges. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more AFK journey videos from the channel. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.